we're calling the meeting to order.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks for coming, Lala.
You're welcome.
Hey,
Love your
Lala.
name.
Hello.
Oh, wait, did we lose Don? Oh, there's Donna. Donna's
Honestly here.
no picture. Okay, so calling the meeting to order 6:32. Donna, Lala, Greg, and myself, and Laura, but Laura's not really here. Let's see. Public comments? Anybody have any? Now, Donna, you were in the middle of a public comment. Do you want to finish it, or are you good?
No, I just wanted to bring forth the fact that we want to thank everyone who voted for us securing the house, bringing everything we think will help keep the house safe until we can get more things, more money to restore the Isidore house and to restore the yard there, get some tests on the soil because they said it was full of lead 15 years ago.
Oh, wow.
So I think my house was full of lead 15 years ago, this whole area. So I'm hoping we can do something about that. So when the kids come back, we can do above ground gardening, which is what our area would like to donate to South Sea Center as an activity. So
Beautiful.
good.
You know, there's still, you can always ask for another neighborhood purpose grant from United Neighborhoods Neighborhood Council to work on the garden and anything else. So remember us.
I will.
We
I'm
have
not
money.
making a promise, but remember us.
The city will take care of testing first because that's where we need to go before
Okay.
we can have access. Thank you.
Any other public comment?
Not for me.
Sorry, I'm trying to take notes and talk at the same time. I'm not very good at the note-taking thing, no matter what. Okay, folks, new meeting date. And I hope this isn't going to be too much of an inconvenience for folks. Third Monday of the month at 6:30, starting in May. Is that going to be doable with you, Donna, and with you, Lala?
Yes, that's fine. I'll
And
plan
it's fine
accordingly.
for me.
Say it again, Donna.
Good.
Thank you. Okay, let's see what our next item. Oh,
Hi, Jenny.
hello, Jenny. Thank you so much for coming. Let's see, the next item. Oh, introductions. Okay, so since Jenny just came on, she gets to introduce herself first.
Sorry, what's entailed in the introduction? Just I'm Janie Williams. I'm a board member of UNNC and I'm in the Jefferson Park area.
And your local park is,
Leslie Shaw.
and your local library is the Jefferson Library, right? Cool. All right, I'm Dorit, also on the board. I am in the Sugar Hill neighborhood. My local park would be that little tiny park next to us. I forget what it's called, but it's on Normandy, as well as a Normandy Rec Center, which is outside of UNNC boundaries. Donna, you want to introduce yourself?
I am Donna Jones. I'm from West Adams Avenues. And Benny Potter, South Sea Center is in our area, but it belongs to the entire area. We don't want anybody thinking that it belongs to West Adams Avenues. We're not claiming that, but we try to do our best by it and so that everyone can enjoy it.
Beautiful. Miss Lala?
Hi, I'm Veronica Lala Sutherland. I'm the current rec coordinator, kind of acting director at South Seas House. Yeah.
And of course, last but not least, the wonderful Greg.
My name is Greg Jackson. I am with UNNC. I currently serve as the treasurer. We have money to spend, give away. That's one of our duties, to give away money to the community for projects. I live in Western Heights, and with that organization, I'm the secretary for our neighborhood block club association. Was supposed that the local library is the library on Washington, and I don't know that I have a local park. I don't know that I do, which is one of the concerns that I have. I don't see park area in our area.
Well, we have to work on that. Cool. Thanks everyone for the introductions. Today's meeting is probably going to be extremely short. So last month's minutes, let's see. Would we like to read the minutes, or did anyone have a chance to look at the minutes already and have any changes they wish to make? Greg, do you know how, can you share the minutes?
Well, I'm in the folder, the Google folder, and I'm in April. So the minutes aren't in the April Google folder. Or should I read them from an email? So I don't have them pulled up. I don't have them pulled up.
I have them here. I'm sorry, everyone. I have no idea how to share a screen or do any of that.
Okay. I can show you or tell you. I really can't show you, but I can tell you. Go to the bottom of your screen where that little green thing that says share screen, click that.
Oh, yes, sir. There it is.
And then you're going to see all the files that are on your computer, and you have to click yes.
Can you guys see that?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
I think everyone besides Jenny was at that meeting. So if you guys want to start looking at the minutes, and if I knew how to scroll up, I would.
Yeah, you have to put your mouse on the screen and you have a little rolling
There we
thing.
go. Cool.
Right. Yeah, just roll it down.
So you guys tell me when you want me to start moving, okay?
I'm ready.
All right. I won't move until you guys tell me.
I'm good.
I'm good too.
All right. So I'm going to go to there. Tell me if you're good.
I'm good.
Beautiful. Okay. I did invite CD10 to the meeting, but I invited them late, so forgive me.
I make a motion, Madam Chair, I make a motion that we approve the minutes as presented.
Anybody want to second that?
I will. Donna.
Beautiful. Okay, everyone who's allowed to vote, just, if anyone has any objections, say objections. Cool, it looks like it passes unanimously. Sorry, once again, trying to even minutes while we're talking.
We have to actually say that though, we approve.
Oh, we approve them. Oh, you guys have to say you approve?
Yeah, we said no. You said if anybody object, no one said
Okay.
anything, but then we have to say we approve.
Okay, everyone
Mhm.
holler if you approve.
We
Yay.
approve. I
approve.
approve, Donna.
Approve, yes.
Super duper. Okay, let me get back to the agenda. Okay, highlights from park leadership. That would be you, Miss Lala. You want to tell us what's going on at Benny Parter and any updates you can give us rec and park wide of what's going on these days?
Yes, so as of right now, they have come to the Isadora House and have looked at the alarming system. I know there's only one motion detector in there. That's down on the bottom floor, so the alarm is set. As I had said last time, lock has been updated, and the police come and they patrol. They've been very helpful as far as like when I give them a call and let them know that I need them to help. We are now taking permits again for rec and parks, but it's a different way to go about it. Usually you could just come to the center and get the permits in order for you to use the park or like to have picnic areas. I meant to have picnics at the picnic areas. Now you have to go through our main office, which is the central service yard. And I have that email. So all you have to do is call the park and then I can give you the email so you can get permits. They're looking to open South Seas House for summer camp this summer. Only offering it to no more than 30 to 40 kids. And so it will be a 10-to-1 ratio. So 1 counselor to 10 kids, and they're only supposed to stay in that group. We're still on the waiting list to open, but at this point, since the city is opening, it's a very high possibility that we will be opening. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. As of right now, that's the only thing. Like they're really, really getting ready for summer and trying to get back to some points of normalcy, just using the CDC guidelines and making sure that we only service at capacity that is safe for all participants. And that's all my updates.
Can I say hallelujah? Can I just say hallelujah? Oh, I'm sure mamas and daddies of young kids are just thrilled with the idea of the parks summer camps reopening.
Yes, I'll be letting everyone know. I should know for sure if we're opening sometime in like early May. So I know that we have alternative learning sites that are still open, and they'll be open until the end of the school year, which is June 11th. And then from there, summer camp will be opening sometime in June, but it's just a matter of which cohorts of facilities they want to open before they go, okay, South Seas, you got the green light, but we're preparing to open. So that's good news.
Is there anything that UNNC or the neighborhood could do to help that happen? Do you want us to send emails? Do you want us to ask our followers to send, our stakeholders to send emails?
No, I have a good feeling that it's going to open. So South Sea's been closed for a year. They definitely are, and Sharon is definitely gung-ho for opening and backing it. So we'll most likely open.
And do you say it'll be 40 kids total?
Yes. So 40 will be our max, which means that all camp activities will happen outside. And we're just making sure that we have, the supplies to be able to host 40 kids. If not, the next number down would be 30.
So it's been my kid's in her 20s, so I forget. Summer camp is all summer long, or is it like 2 camps split up
No,
between the
it'll
summer months?
be June. I think the projected dates are June 14th to beginning of August. I just don't know that August date. So it's usually anywhere from 8 to 10 weeks.
Okay. And how will the 40 kids be picked? Is it going to be like a lottery or first come, first serve?
It's going to be first come, first serve. So as soon as they tell us that we're going live, like the first 40 that register, the first 40 that comes, and then we'll start a waiting list. And from the waiting list, if kids drop, then I'll be able to pick from the waiting list.
And forgive me, I also can't remember. What is the age range?
Age range is 5 to 14.
Cool. That is beautiful. Does anyone have any questions for Lala about updates and things that are going on at the rec and parks?
I know before you had a really strong after-school program. Have you heard anything about that?
As of right now, no, because we have the alternative learning centers, which have been acting like a pilot site for schooling and like helping the kids with their Zoom and classes. If we do return back to doing after school, it would definitely be in the new year. And I think that the city would probably try to work. This is just just looking from the outside in, from the big wigs. If they do after school again, it'll probably be at the capacity that they have opened the alternative learning centers. So more so just like a limited number and then helping kids with whatever work they have. But it wouldn't happen again until the new schooling system, the new school session comes around in fall.
Okay. And as far as your available technology, how are your computers?
Right now, we're having our computers are a little slow. And tech has been doing really good of anytime I call them and have problems coming to fix it. We do have access to hotspots if we need them. And also laptops if we need them. So since we have went into the whole helping the kids with the virtual learning, like our tech support has definitely been on top of making sure that the kids have access to what they need and we have access to what we need. So once it comes to after school in the fall, I'm pretty sure we'll be full capacity, right, full capable.
Okay, that's great. And if you need any help there, if there's anything that isn't happening as quick as it should, I have a big mouth and I can, we don't have a lot locally, but we're gonna make sure what we do have is as fairly gotten as every other area. And I know money is flowing into the state. It will be flowing to the school district and to the parks, opportunities for kids. So if it's there, we're gonna get some of it. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem.
Anybody else have questions for Ms. Lala? Okay, cool. The next thing on our list is safety and status of parks. I think we discussed that when we talked earlier about Isadora House being secured. Any other concerns about other parks and safety at the different parks? I know Jenny, you're over there by Shaw Park. Anything that we should be looking into or trying to problem solve?
Yeah, well, the problems there have been going on for a long time, and I've tried to attack from different angles, but so far I don't have any idea of what else to do. Basically, there's ongoing graffiti that's pretty extensive. There's also ongoing people camping or just spending late hours, not only in the park, but in the tower, the play tower, and leaving things like condoms, knives,
Okay.
cigarette butts, joints, other drug paraphernalia around. There's a constant issue with trash overall. There's the graffiti that's often in the park is gang graffiti.
That is horrible that you have to deal with it, especially if you're finding things like used needles. That's really quite scary. I know, Donna, you figured out
Are
a way
you documenting anything, Janie?
I mean, this has been like.
Oh, I know.
Like
And
4
you've had
years.
little or no support,
And
but I have some ideas. Okay.
Okay.
You know me.
I know
I
you.
have some ideas.
I know.
So we'll talk and we're going to help you because we're not having that where we are. And I know we can fix it.
Okay. We had.
Because you didn't have any support outside. And I know that.
Donna, this is like going way back. Donna tried to help me to have some conversations with the police about all this. It didn't go very well at that time. I don't know if things have changed in some positive way. As far as I know, the slow for Jefferson Park is now rotating. Basically, we don't have a dedicated active slow, and the slow we had before wasn't responsive to those issues. So
We need to work with bosses. I don't deal with the slows for you anymore because they're ineffective.
yeah,
So there's some ideas. I have some bosses that you can work with.
okay.
And I can give you that information and I can help you.
Awesome.
So are the two of you going to work offline on this, or is it something that you want this committee's help with? She's on the phone right now. Lala, do you have any suggestions for Jenny and the park? I don't know if you know where this park is. It's over there on Jefferson by the library.
I'm not too familiar with the area. I'm from Columbus, Ohio, so I'm still I'm still trying to get familiar with the different parks. My only thing would be there's a physical park there at Shaw.
Mhm.
So I'm
Okay.
to Lala.
Is there a director that's there?
Is it full?
No, there's a library right next to it, but there's no nobody
Okay.
actually caring for the park at the location.
So my thing
Intersection-
would be, we have a mobile, oh my goodness, what is it called? It's a mobile, like you can report the graffiti, you can report the homeless.
We've been doing
And
that for 5 years. Like it's just
Oh.
become like it's like a full-time job and we're tired, you know, like it's just constant. We created like a committee that was, you know, regularly patrolling and reporting all that. We made contacts with somebody at Parks and Rec who said he was going to send people more often to clean up more often. And that lasted, you know, like I don't know, a couple weeks. And then, so it's just, I don't
My
know.
only other advice would be, because I want to say that's Pacific region. And the only other thing I could say is get in contact with the supervisor that's there. But I will have to see, they've been doing a lot of moving because we've been doing a lot of special assignments because we had shelters and we got the ALC and stuff. So I will have to see who is over that region and then see if I can give you a contact that way.
That would be great.
Okay.
Lala, do you want to send the contact to me and I will give it to Jenny, or Jenny, are you comfortable giving her your email address, maybe your UNNC one?
Sure. I don't even know my UNNC one. I could give her my regular.
Let me get it.
I don't know how to put it in the chat.
I can put it in the chat.
Yeah, please do.
I'll just direct message it to you. Hold on.
What's
Oh,
the address of the park?
You're not one of the options for some reason.
It's because it's, you know, because we're not allowed to talk to each other because it's
Oh.
UNNC thingy. So do you want to send it to Greg or myself and then we'll post
Okay.
it?
Yeah, I can do that.
Well, yeah.
And it's
And
Cool.
Shaw.
Jane, have you come to CPAB recently?
Not since, you know, no.
Does anybody from your area come?
Probably not. Probably
Yeah,
not.
I didn't think so. There's a new captain and
Okay.
you probably want to embarrass him. It's time.
I mean,
Everybody has a boss, Janie. I remember I told you that.
I know.
Everybody has a boss. When they don't respond to you, and then we go all the way to the top. So we can talk about this. I can do what we do, and it's been effective. And by the way, Lala, right now there's a party at the annex.
Okay.
OGs are having their red t-shirt hangout. That was Jeff letting me know. You may want to reach out to the park police and have them go through.
Okay.
Lala, do you notice
Happening
that,
right now.
sorry, Jenny's email is now in the chat, if you can see it.
Got it. Thank you.
What is the street intersection of the park?
It's on Jefferson, between Arlington and 4th Avenue.
Okay, thank you.
And it's Vassy Wright Library right there. And the park is right next to it. So, you know, if you see the library, right next to it. And what do they call that walkway? Does anybody remember?
Oh,
Walkway there. I
yeah,
can't,
there's a little walkway. I don't know what the name.
yeah,
Oh,
I can't remember.
it's
the name.
Prescott Court.
Okay, Prescott Court Walkway, right there. So,
And it's a very lovely neighborhood, just hopefully with Donna's vision and tenacity, maybe we can take all of that over and make that the loveliness that it's meant to be.
I think you can get, people don't and won't continue to do something if they don't get anywhere. But they
True.
can make phone calls and they can write an email. And if emails get counted, phone calls get counted. And I'll tell you where to send them. It helped the area on the other side of Crenshaw recently because they had an encampment that was over the top. So let's play some of those games.
Okay.
Hello, Madam Sharon.
Well, how's everybody?
Hello?
Beautiful, Sharon. How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Not bad. Thanks for joining.
Sure.
We are nearly done, but we were just talking about the Shaw Park, Leslie Shaw Park over there on Jefferson. We know it's in another region. It's in the Pacific region. Lala's going to look into trying to figure out who might be the person that we can contact for problems there, but maybe you might know offhand who we can contact.
You know what, I'll talk to the supervisor in that area and see if she can narrow it down whose district it's in.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Because we,
Karen, it's Donna. They're
Hi,
having
Donna.
a lot of problems that we had early on, Benny Potter,
Okay,
and they need help.
okay.
And they are at their wits' end.
Is there a senior lead out there?
The senior lead has been totally ineffective.
Okay,
And now they have roving senior leads. But senior leads have a boss. His name is Nam Ware. Janie, remember that. I'm gonna give you his contact information. Stop
Okay.
writing to your senior leads. They're not doing anything. Let him to them.
hey, Donna, is there a PAB board out there or a park advisory board there? Or something
Well,
like
they're
that?
not the same one as that we're.
So they're in your
I
section?
mean, the park doesn't have a park advisory,
Okay,
but they, you know, they go to the overall police advisory board,
okay,
but none of the parks that I know of locally are doing their own thing, and they have no on-site.
and
the cleanup-
supervisors in that area have been contacted to go or no? So if I call them, like, they won't be just like, they don't know.
They don't know who the supervisor is.
Okay, that's right, okay,
And the park is filthy.
okay.
Nothing like
And
Benny.
there's
Park.
no maintenance from what you know there either, right?
Right, and they have syringes and
Okay,
other drug paraphernalia found on a regular basis.
okay.
Now, I'm gonna be quiet because I talk too much.
No,
I get mad.
I forgot to mention the urine inside of the tower as
It
well.
needs to be sanitized. It can't be used by kids.
Wow,
I mean, the tower gets pretty nasty.
that's
pretty
nasty. Yeah.
It's nasty.
that is just awful, Jenny. So sorry you and your kids are dealing with that.
okay, so I will help you guys out. I'll find out who the supervisor is and maybe who oversees Shaw Park in terms of what's the closest rec center to there.
Sharon, speaking of park advisory boards, Benny Potter doesn't, do they have a park advisory board right now?
They do not, they have not had a director there for a while. The director that we had put there had, got promoted and went to another area. Lala is there right now, but I'm not sure how Lala just went in for an interview too. And if she gets promoted, then I don't know if she's gonna be there either. I mean, everybody's just there's a lot of changes going on right now within Rec and Parks.
Well, promote her, but keep her there.
Yeah.
Okay? We deserve that. We deserve to have her stay. She's
You know what?
awesome.
I would agree, but I can only ask for them, and if I get overruled, I get overruled. But
Could we
yes,
start a
but
PAB?
I love Lala. That's why she's there right now.
We adore her too. Sharon, can we start a PAB there?
Yeah, and that's why we're right now within our department, we're taking surveys now throughout the Rec and Parks citywide, trying to find out who has one and who doesn't, and we're going to try and help them put PABs together.
Okay, because I've been on a PAB before when I was in Silver Lake, so I'm more than happy to be, if you want me to be, for the PAB for the Benny Potter Park, okay?
All right,
I'm
Lala.
not being too pushy.
I wrote it down.
Thank you. I can be pushy here too. So Sharon, Lala gave us some updates on things that were happening park-wise. Summer camp coming back and other things. Do you have any Rec and Parks updates you want to give us?
That's the latest one she has. I'll send you our latest protocol we just got today. And looks like we're trying to open everything on the 15th. If that does happen, then camps really will be opening. But again, this is just something we're hoping for because schools are supposed to go back in now, but we haven't gotten a final word on the schools, how they're going to work and stuff. But if they really open up, then we'll open up summer camps, and at least South Sea House area will have a summer camp this summer. So that's what we're hoping.
We are all hoping as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so actually the next on the agenda is next steps and ideas for next meetings. But does anyone else have any more questions for Sharon while she's here? Greg, you got any questions?
No, I would just like for us to follow up on the items that came up here, like the status of the park. I know that we had in the minutes, we were talking about the equipment. Donna mentioned the status of equipment, not just the park equipment. So just whatever we have from the meeting, just make sure we have follow-up on that for the next meeting.
Okay, so I will definitely make a better agenda next time around. This one.
No, the agenda's
Sharon, I don't
fine.
know.
It's just making sure that was on the agenda. So the status of follow-up on that.
I
progress made.
suggest that we write a letter from this committee or bring it to the governing board to write a letter to the people in charge within our area, security, police, whoever, and ask about getting the park sanitized, closed at dusk like our park is, no camping in the park, address those issues. We need to help Jefferson Park deal with this because they do not have a committee of people that are ongoing meeting in order to do it. And maybe we can help. At letter on letterhead from our committee, since we're talking about it, I don't know how other people feel. So can we talk about that maybe next time? Or
Yeah,
now?
what we could do is, if we bring a letter to this committee in May, it would be approved by the board in June and could go out after that. So that's doable.
I think that would help. It needs
is-
to be, a neighborhood council has some clout. Let's use it.
Donna, if you're the neighborhood council in Shaw Park, you guys don't have say over there?
This committee is, I'm not neighborhood council, you know, I'm West.
Yeah,
Adams.
you're West Adams, I understand, but you guys as a,
This committee,
It's part of our
Governs the
boundaries,
park.
yes.
yes,
But as far as having say, neighborhood councils don't have as much power as we'd like to.
okay.
they'll
I mean,
listen
we're-
to you. That letter will be listened to by
Yeah.
the police, the council district 10.
Yeah, and the
You
CD
can go to Mary
doesn't
Jo.
assist with Shaw Park?
Yeah. to
Okay,
get
how about
those
we,
things
guys,
done.
let's go back to this letter idea.
Yeah,
How about we write this letter and have it ready for next committee meeting? That means somebody's got to do the writing. Who wishes, and I think maybe
Janie, would you write the letter? You know
Yeah.
everything.
2 or 3 of us work on the letter, maybe? Jenny?
Hey, Donna, could we double team it? Like, I'll write everything that's wrong with the park and you kind of like guide me about what buttons to push on with,
Well, I'm willing to help and I'll find someone who's very good at writing.
I can write the first draft and then just like,
And then we can
yeah.
pass it to the next person. They can put in and we can bring it here. I think going out from this committee on the letterhead of neighborhood council, they don't know you don't have the ability to make that. They're gonna listen to you, let me tell you. And
Okay.
then we go to the police, community police advisory. We show up at CPAB as a group. That's the first Monday of the month. We don't have to stay there the whole time, but we ask to be put on agenda and we push the issue. There's no reason in the world the kids shouldn't be able to use that park. And don't listen to me because I talk a lot, but still. If we're gonna do something, let's do something.
yeah.
I have a
Great.
concern. So is this the situation just with Leslie Shaw Park, or is this a situation with other parks in our footprint?
We had it, but we dealt
Okay.
with it. We had a
Okay.
really strong slow.
Do we know if any other parks are having the same issue?
Well, we don't have many in our area.
The only other parks are the 2 tiny parks, and one of the tiny parks currently is under construction, the one by the Washington Library.
Right.
And the other one's the one here in Normandy, and it really isn't that, it's not in bad condition.
The Merck Park had the issue, Greg.
Okay,
They closed it, they cleaned it, they renovated it, and they gated it.
okay.
Hey, Jenny, I got a question for you, sweetie. Would it be able to lock up that park? Isn't it kind of open? Like,
There's
there's
no
no way
gate.
to lock.
It's
not
open,
gated.
it's open and I would hate to get rid of its openness.
Right.
Well, you'd have the gates and you guys could put a code in to go in.
But
I
being
mean,
par-
But
And I get you, I understand walking in is
because
like,
if it's small, if it has gates and fences, it's gonna feel like caged in and kind of
Yeah.
cagey. Personally, I wouldn't advocate for high blockable gates. I would just ask for
security, security maintenance,
security and cleaning services that are more in-depth and regular. And I mean, I already, like, way back when, went through this whole thing with the cameras, and I went to the CPAB meeting, and I asked about the cameras. They told me that they weren't working. I found out that wasn't true. They just don't want to review the camera footage to kind of.
Mhm.
So cameras aren't going to work, but maybe like more regular patrols and more regular cleanups. I don't know.
and if you demand that they monitor the cameras, it will work.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, if
They're
we
not
can-
monitoring them.
right.
which,
If we
like
can
you
ban
said,
that,
What's
that
the
would be
point
great.
of having them? But
Yeah.
when you have a good slow and you need to ask for a good slow, not revolving slows who have no idea what they're doing and have no feet on the ground.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna be quiet because I talk too much.
Okay, so for the action plan for the letter, it's gonna be Jenny, Donna, and I'm more than happy to help on that. Or Greg, you've got some really
Yeah,
wicked writing
I can-
skills. Do you want to be the person helping on that?
Sure, sure.
Okay.
Sounds good.
So it'll be Greg, Jenny, and Donna are gonna work on that letter for, to send to the powers that be to get Leslie Shaw Park the love and attention that it deserves.
Right.
Cool.
I like
Do
that.
we have any
We
other
don't have
action-
many green spaces. We have to protect them. I told you, tell me to be quiet.
But I like you, Donna.
Me too.
So any other action plans from today's meetings, folks? All right, ideas for next meeting. Greg already said, let's look at the stuff on our minutes and see and get updates from stuff on minutes.
Hey, and do we have a, I think this already exists, but the map of our parks, and so that we could share that on the UNNC website? Because some people know all this stuff, but then other people's like, okay, how many parks? Like I'm asking questions, how many parks do we have and where are they at? And just ready reference material, you know, and the hours of the park. Since I'm looking at the websites, I can find it,
Mhm.
but like I'm on the Leslie Shaw Park website now. But I just wanted like a map and then hours for the parks that we do have.
Sharon, does such a thing exist or do we have to develop it?
No, I think there is. Let me look and find one in a file, because we used to have these like fold out maps that did each
Yeah.
region. So you knew what parks were in every region.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then my other concern is that we talked about locking the park, but like Benny Porter Park is open and it's secure. So what's the, it seemed secure, like, you know, like when I was there the other days, you know, kids were playing, families were there. The equipment seemed to be clean. I didn't inspect the equipment, but it seemed very clean. So what's the difference in the services there versus the services at this other place? What are the requirements for the cleaning routines?
We have
For
to
the park?
see, I think we have to see who the, what maintenance yard takes care of that area.
Okay, so Sharon, it's not uniform?
No,
Uniform
because like, for
policy?
example, Betty Potter, South Sea House, Queen Anne, they're all in the same, I want to say the same district for maintenance.
Right.
So the maintenance supervisor, we email him, or, you know, if Lala has a problem, she'll email her maintenance, and then they go up the chain within that little district.
Okay,
So that makes Shaw, I have to look into it, but I think Shaw has a different maintenance yard.
okay.
Okay.
But one would think that the city would dictate the preventive maintenance policy and frequency and the,
Yeah, but
and the
if they don't,
routes.
if they're not aware, which I don't think they are, that's why there's nobody taking care of it. Because somebody has to be assigned, whether it's a crew of 3 or 4 people that just go in there and clean, like empty the trash and, you know, pick up the paper or something like that. But
Right,
it doesn't seem like they're aware, or maybe they are, but they're not, I don't know, following through on that. I don't know what the issues are there. I have to, let me find the supervisor first.
okay,
And then I
okay,
could probably.
okay.
help
Yeah,
them.
it just defies logic to
Yeah.
me that there's a regular maintenance schedule.
Another question, like, if there is a regular maintenance schedule, can there be a regular graffiti removal schedule as
Okay.
well?
And usually, maybe I should just send this to you guys. Like, we have access, like, for example, if Lala walks over to Betty Potter and sees graffiti, she just calls it in. And then there should be somebody out there within 1 day to
Right.
clean it up. Sometimes the same day, but usually the next day. And
There's
so-
no, There's no one on staff at Shaw Park because it's just a park. It's not a rec center. How does that happen then?
Well,
Can
but
the
usually
neighbors?
there's a larger center, even if it's maintenance, that should be able to go there, see it, and they should be able to
Okay.
call in what's happening there. The maintenance person usually does them at pocket parks.
Okay, so let me recap my curiosity and for my own education. So my thoughts are that for the city level and then for down to the park level, there should be a regular preventive maintenance schedule and routine that the graffiti crew goes out, the trash crew goes out, they check the equipment on a quarterly schedule or monthly schedule. So if that does exist, then I would like to know about that or have a presentation of that or see the documents for that. And then so that we can know what the cycle of maintenance are for all of our parks and know who the points of contacts are for our parks. And yeah, and it just doesn't follow any logic that.
Yeah, but usually, especially in pocket parks, there's a maintenance crew or maintenance area that's in charge of that park.
Right.
Maintenance, let's say maintenance goes out there every day, get there
Okay.
at like 6 a.m. and leaves at 8 a.m. or something like that.
Got you.
They would go there, that maintenance crew, and they should be the ones calling in the graffiti or
Got
whatever it is that's there, because there's not somebody like assigned to that site.
Understood.
Okay, and so maybe that's a part that's not happening, and we just need to find out who the maintenance yard is for that area.
Got you. Yes. And so, and then that when we look at it as a flow chart, when we see that that's where it falls apart because there is a structure, but it falls apart there, then we can say, okay, well, this is your weak point because Janie shouldn't be, she said 5 years of this. That's like,
It's a long
oh
time.
my God, that's just, okay, anyway, I'll stop because all right, yes, I would like to see the flow and the maintenance policy and contacts for that.
Okay.
I'll review that. Or to educate myself on how it
Very
works.
good.
Thank you, ma'am.
Educate yourself and we could present it at the next committee meeting.
Yay!
This has been a great meeting, folks. I feel like we're gonna get something done with Shaw Park. Maybe I'm being too optimistic. I don't know. But I'm feeling hopeful.
Okay.
Sharon, you weren't here in the beginning of the meeting. Our new meeting, oh no, all is good. It's too early in the day. I totally know that. The new meeting time and date is going to be the third Monday of the month. So I hope that won't be an inconvenience for you. And I promise the meeting will be far more organized with a later start date.
Oh, that might be better. I just have the same night you guys have your meeting. I have a Lotus meeting at 6, and it's hard for me to leave that meeting and come to your meeting.
I'm also hoping soon, as soon as we can go back inside, that we can have this meeting at the South Seas House. I don't know how I can reserve that, but it'd be super
You'd be able to do that if we do open.
beautiful.
Okay.
Greg's hand is waving.
This is totally, Madam Chair, are we done with all official stuff? Because this is totally unrelated to anything that we're talking about, but it's.
Okay, yeah, meeting is adjourned. Now
Okay,
Greg's gonna
all right.
talk. Cheese
Okay.
me.
So Sharon, that suit of armor behind you, is that a functional suit of armor?
No, it's a prop.
Oh.
It's a prop from a Halloween, haunted house.
All right. All right. What is that? I want to play with it. Okay.
Jenny,
Yes.
are you waving goodbye or are you asking questions?
I have one question. Has this committee ever talked about opportunities or possibilities for trying to acquire more green space in our footprint?
It's part of our mission statement, or it's part of our mission statement and goals of pop-up parks and with developers between development and waiting for them to get all their money together and everything, using spaces like that and other areas. So yes, it's part of us trying to do that.
Like, for example, between Western Heights and Kinney Heights on 25th Street and Gramercy, there's this big lot that I'm sure they're going to develop something there, apartments or something. But my thoughts are, it's been like that for a year or 2 or 3. So I'm like, why isn't there a park there? Why, or just plow it and put some, at least plow it and clean it up and put some grass there where the kids can play. Like we used to, we didn't have equipment. We just went out on the field and played in the grass,
Kick the ball.
Yes, yes.
We did it. There's a lot of kicking balls when we were kids.
Yeah, we don't have to put in, but I know that might belong to someone, but I don't know how much it costs just to plow it up and plant some grass.
Jenny, also part of this committee was public walkways like Prescott Court and libraries, and community gardens. So we were very, very ambitious in our mission statement.
Well, I just wanted to throw one more thing out there, like, the Park to Playa trail that just recently kind of connected another part of itself. So that's another kind of green space that's actually a thoroughfare. It's like something going somewhere.
Mhm.
And this may be just completely dreamy, but I'm a dreamer. So I would like to just at least imagine and think about taking space away from streets for,
Like your slow streets.
but like taking full lane away from cars and building a raised sidewalk with trees where there's a walking path and a bike lane going in both directions, so that it's completely out of the street. It's not a danger from cars. It's another way of getting through the city that's actually safe, that provides green space, and that provides a pleasant way to get around that's not bad for the environment.
I love that, Jenny. Maybe we could add that to our mission statement when we meet, when we're a year old, when the committee's a year old. But I do like that. I'd love to see in all of the reimagining LA that we are going to be doing, and post-pandemic, what we're going to look like. I hope focus goes away from cars and goes onto things like bicycles and other ways of getting around. I hope, but I don't know. I've lived in LA long enough to know that if there's a way to mess things up, LA usually finds it.
True, but like UNNC, like what we're doing is just trying to combat that. That's our whole mission. So we might as well shoot for the stars.
As we should. And I guess I'm a negative Nelly because I've been here all my life, and so many opportunities have happened and we've blown it. But
I'm born and raised in LA. Like I get it.
I don't know. I thought you were from the East Coast for some reason.
Mm-mm.
Don't know. Okay, on this note, is there anybody have anything else to add before we all get to leave half an hour early?
No. Thank you so much. It's been
This was a good meeting. I'm
Thanks,
really, really
Lori.
happy we had it. And
That's
Donna,
good.
you're our ringleader and you're awesome. And you don't talk too much.
Thanks, Donna. Thanks,
Thank you,
Dorothy.
ladies. Thank you,
Thanks,
ladies. Thank you,
Gregory.
friends. Be good to yourselves.
All
Stay
right.
strong. Stay safe. Bye.
I'm just gonna let Laura know we're done so she can end the
Okay,
meeting.
yeah. Laura, we're done.
I'm gonna
I'll
text her.
Okay.
Of course, she
bye.
doesn't believe in texting.
Oh, well. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Hi, Dory. Is your meeting over?
I just texted you, lady. Yes.
Yep, I just got it.
Yeah, the meeting, it was a very, very good meeting too. So,
I'm gonna watch the tape later. But and thank you for understanding what I'm doing on the other side.
Really
of the
don't know
room.
what you're doing, but it does sound really boring.
Oh, neighborhood council presidents and chairs meeting.
That just sounds atrocious. But
No, it's actually interesting because we talk to people from all over the city.
you're looking at the bright side. I'm gonna go
Yep.
make cookies. I will talk to you later, okay?
Okay,
Thanks,
bye-bye.
bye. Bye, Donna.
Bye, Donna.